For centuries, humanity believed that gods were nothing more than myth, until we found them among the stars. They did not descend from the heavens in fire, nor did they speak through prophets. They demanded no temples and no offerings. They promised no paradise after death. They simply arrived. The first ships appeared above distant human colonies, so vast they eclipsed entire stars. No weapons were fired, no threats were made. Only a single transmission, short, clear, impossible to ignore. You are not alone, and you never have been. That was how humanity first encountered the Ethernals. They presented themselves as guardians of the galaxy, an ancient race born before most stars had fully formed. Masters of technology so advanced it seemed to violate the laws of physics. They bent space, shaped matter, and extended life far beyond natural limits. To many, they were gods, and the Ethernals did nothing to correct that belief. On the contrary, they appeared benevolent. They cured incurable diseases, stabilized dying stars, shielded entire systems from external threats. Under their silent watch, wars ended. Fleets lowered their weapons. They saved us, some said. They control us, others replied. The truth lay somewhere in between. For generations, humanity lived beneath the quiet shadow of the Ethernals. There was no direct occupation, no alien rulers seated on human thrones, but there were boundaries. Expand too far? Intervention. Forbidden experiments? Technological suppression. Weapons capable of destroying entire systems? Erased before they were ever tested. They don't trust us, Captain Cale Riven said, gazing at the artificial sky of Atlas Station. Or maybe they trust us too much, replied Dr. Sarah Voss, enough to decide what we're allowed to become. Cale was a soldier. He had never felt comfortable with gods watching humanity's every move. Sarah, a historian, had spent years studying the Ethernals, fascinated by them, and deeply unsettled. No civilization protects another for this long without a reason, she said. No one is immortal by accident. The first crack in the divine image came with an accident. An Ethernal ship fell. It was not shot down, not sabotaged. It simply failed. Human sensors recorded the impossible, systems shutting down, energy fields collapsing, crew members desperately trying to save their vessel, and failing. When the wreckage was discovered on an uninhabited planet, the news spread like wildfire. Gods could fall. Cale was among the first humans to step onto the crash site. The air still vibrated with residual energy. Impossible structures lay shattered, torn open to reveal something shocking. Bodies. Not beings of light, not pure consciousness, not ethereal forms. Physical bodies, bleeding, dead. They can die, a soldier whispered. Cale knelt beside one of them. Its skin shimmered with dull, fading gold. Its face looked tired. Gods aren't supposed to look tired, Cale said. The Ethernals' response was immediate. A fleet appeared above the planet. No threats were issued, only an order. Leave the site. This Devant does not concern you. But it already did. Humanity had seen too much. Sarah was summoned days later. The Ethernals rarely spoke directly to humans outside official broadcasts. This was different. You hid this, she said, without hesitation. Why? The being before her had no fixed form. Its shape shifted subtly, as if space itself disagreed with its existence. Because truth is unstable, and young civilizations tend to destroy it, or themselves. You're not gods, you're just ancient. Ancient enough to appear divine, but not ancient enough to escape the end. That was when she learned the truth. The Ethernals were not immortal. They had merely learned how to prolong existence across ages, transferring consciousness, rebuilding bodies, manipulating biological time. But something was changing. They were dying, one by one. The universe is shifting. The laws that sustained us are unraveling. The age of gods is ending. And what does that have to do with us? Sarah asked. The being moved closer. Everything. The Ethernals had assumed the role of guardians not out of altruism, but necessity. They knew that when they began to fall, other species would rise to fill the vacuum of power. Violent species, expansionist species, destructive species, like humanity. You are our final wager, but you are still unstable. Meanwhile, Kale witnessed something even more disturbing. Small factions of Ethernals began acting without consensus. Some argued that all knowledge should be handed to humanity. Others believed humans should be eliminated before becoming the next great mistake. Gods divided, and gods at war could no longer be worshipped. The first attack came without warning. An Ethernal fleet erased an entire human colony, citing preventive containment. Billions died in seconds. They betrayed us, Kale said, fists clenched. Or they're afraid, Sarah replied. Humanity responded, not with prayers, with weapons. Technology long restricted by the Ethernals was unleashed. Forgotten protocols were activated. Black projects emerged from the shadows. If they bleed, they can die, a general said. The war that followed felt unreal. Humans fighting beings once treated as divine. Every human victory echoed like sacrilege. But it was possible. Costly, brutal, imperfect. Ko led a direct assault on an Ethernal bastion. For the first time, a god fell to deliberate human fire. It did not scream. It did not curse. It only looked at Kale and smiled. Then, it's your turn, it said softly. Those words haunted him. Meanwhile, Sarah uncovered the final truth too late. The Ethernals were not fighting to win. They were fighting to teach. Every failure, every weakness exploited by humanity was observed, recorded, allowed. They're training us, Sarah whispered, to replace them. The final confrontation occurred in a collapsing binary system. A last Ethernal council met with human leaders. The galaxy cannot exist without guardians, and we will not endure. So you decided to turn us into you, Kale said. No, you decided. And if we refuse? Sarah asked. A long pause followed. Then the galaxy will learn on its own, in the most painful way possible. The last Ethernal died days later, not in battle, but by willingly shutting down its own core of existence. The war ended, but the silence that followed was worse. No gods, no guardians, no limits imposed by higher powers. Humanity stared into the void, and the void answered with infinite possibility. Kale watched the stars when Sarah joined him. They gave us everything, she said, and took everything at the same time. Kale nodded. Maybe that was the final test, not whether we were strong enough to kill gods, but whether we're wise enough not to become one. Sarah finished. And so a new era began. Not the age of gods, but the age of mortal gods.